Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. What I got for you today is a review of the Jxd 518 tracker. But before we get into that, notice I got a brand new landing pad. Over the weekend I was flying up at Indian Wells Canyon, and unfortunately I left my old landing pad up there. But this is a new one from Quadport, and I actually kind of like this one. It's very well made. Comes with aluminum stakes. You know, the other ones come with these plastic stakes, and there's others that have even less stakes, but these look pretty darn strong. So if you want to stake it down, it's got stakes, and also got a lot of reflective tape if you want to put reflective tape for the IR landing sensors on some of the accurate landing quadcopters like DJI. You know, you can use that. But today's review is the Jxd 518. Let's go over the Jxd 518, also known as the JJRC H55. Notice that Jxd and JJRC are both subsidiaries of Wiley Toys, so it's no surprise that these are similar in shape, actually probably the same dang thing. So what is the Jxd 518 tractor? What's so special about it? Well, it is a GPS quadcopter, and if you look at it, it is very, very similar to the Hubsons, the Hubson H502A and the H507s, a GPS quadcopter also. So, you know, this is Wiley Toys or Jxd, JJRC's answer to Hubson's GPS quadcopter. I believe they're similarly priced. It first came out, it was about $100. This one here is starting to drop to reasonable prices to compete with the Hubsons. So, let's go over the quadcopter, look at it. See what we got here. It is a brushed motor quadcopter, just like the Hubsons. Again, the shape of its arms are very similar to the Hubsons too. You know, just the outline of it. The landing pad here. Now, the weakness of the Hubsons was you could easily get dirt inside the gears because there was holes in the landing pad. This one here seems to be sealed up. Let me make sure. There is a little bit of opening here, so you can pop this off if sand does get into the gears, and I'm going to discuss that here shortly, the importance of that. It does have a 720p camera on the front, and it records directly to a micro SD card slot, which is right here, and I have a little micro SD card in there. It is powered by a 7.4 volt, 600 milliampere hour battery. Not a big one, it actually is kind of skinny, but it's supposed to give it 9 minutes of flight time, and we're going to confirm that here shortly on takeoff. Now, I mentioned about the gears. That's the issue with the Hubsons. If you get dirt inside the gears, or if these motors get obstructed while flying, you know, if say you crash into a tree and you don't turn off the motors, keep in mind these are being powered by a 7.4 volt battery. So if you overstress these motors by getting dirt in the gears or obstructing the propellers while power is being applied to these motors, the motors will burn out. So keep that in mind, folks. But I think these actually probably use the same motors as the Hubsons, so you should be able to find replacements. I'm really just surprised at the closeness of the design, except for the body. Even the body's a little somewhat different, but the rest of it looks, even the propellers look the same. Okay, let's go over the transmitter. It does have a transmitter. And also, it both records video on 720p video directly to a micro SD card, but it also transmits it via Wi-Fi to your smartphone. So you can actually see in-flight FPV video with this. Okay, the buttons on the transmitter are, this is for speed, this is for automatic return. It does have return to home and landing. You can and you should do a compass calibration by pressing this button before each flight and spinning the quadcopter, and I'll show you how shortly. It does have emergency stop, so again, if you crash or land in high bushes or in a tree or in high grass, stop those motors immediately so you don't burn out your motors. It has automatic start and stop of the motors by this button here. This is for starting the motors and arming them, and turning off the motors once you land them. And photo and video buttons are right here. And the quadcopter is run by the Jxd app, and we'll look at that here shortly. So let's start the quadcopter up and go into preparation procedures for starting the quadcopter. So the first thing we want to do, since this is a toy grade, is to plug in the battery. Make sure that you got the correct polarity as you're plugging it in, and that starts up the quadcopter. There is no on-off button on the quadcopter. Plugging it in starts it up. lights. Then we turn on the transmitter. And it should be bound. And the door popped open. Hold on, folks. Yeah. And we do have the lights steady, so that means we do have bind. Now let's do the compass calibration. You start that by pressing geomagnetic, holding it down till you hear the beep, and the lights should be they are flashing red in the front. So you want to do a couple turns counterclockwise until the lights change. And actually, I think you hear a beep too at the same time. There, I heard the beep. The beep comes from the transmitter. Then we do, with the nose pointed upward, we do some more turns till the lights go steady. And there we go. Lights are steady, and we had 2 beeps. Now we are going to start up the app. Okay, this is the Jxd GPS app, but if you look for it on Google Play or iTunes, it's just the Jxd app. Forget the GPS at the end, and there's a lot of Chinese letters after it. So, hitting start, this is what we're seeing through the camera. If you look at it, it does have telemetry. It tells you the distance and height and time you've been flying, and it shows that we got 13 satellites, so we are ready to go. That we have a micro SD card inserted, and we have 100% power. The 2 cameras on the left are for starting or showing whether we started or stopped video. And I'm going to hit this upper arrow to see what else is here. And that hides the information. We're going to keep the information going. And I am going to hit camera recording, or where's the camera button? There it is. Video recording on the controller. And notice it automatically starts on recording. It shows that we are recording on the app. Okay, now I'm going to start the motors by pressing the start. Do I have to hold it down? Well, it's armed. Down and out, down and left. Trying to start the motors, folks. Okay, I just did a quick press on the start. Don't hold it down, just a quick press will start the motors and take it to the air. And what we are going to do, they say to fly above any obstacles that might be in the area. The reason being, if it does an automatic return to home, it won't hit those obstacles. So I don't know if it actually climbs or what. But we're going to go down to the end of the field. I'm going to see how far we can go and still have Wi-Fi. I'm looking at the screen. We still got Wi-Fi, so I'm going down. I'm going to see how far away can we go before we lose Wi-Fi reception. And right about there, it froze. And distance is 70 meters, and that's to be expected. You know, let's go a little further, see if I can go a little further. Yeah, I still got it. Still got Wi-Fi. Still got Wi-Fi, 115. And I'm coming to the edge of the road, or the park here. I'm going to stop it right there. Okay, 174 meters, so that's not too bad. Device reconnects. We lost connection from the quadcopter, but there, we reconnected. Okay, I am going to do that automatic return to home by pressing the return to home button. Oh, it skyrockets up, goes up high, and it's coming back. It should be coming back. It's flying. Is it coming back? If it is, it's sure taking its time. On a return home, let's go to a higher rate. Hope that increases it. Let's go to 100% rate. On that return to home, it is god-awful slow. I'm going to break out of it, and the reason being, I want to save battery power. So to get out of a return to home, well, let's let it do its return to home and landing. But it's really sucking the battery power just to do this return to home. It's, how high is it up there? 32 meters up. It's overhead right now, and it should be starting its descent. Here it comes down, all on its own. All on its own. And I'm going to stop it. Oh, I didn't want to hit the ground, and the reason being I don't want to get dirt in it. And we'll plop it right there. Okay, so that's its return to home. And the video camera looks like it stopped. I did not, or I must have hit. Did I hit the video camera? I don't think I did. But, okay, after that landing, always check the props. How much power we got? We got 40% power left. We're just going to do a run around the field here. Starting the video camera one more time. Okay, video camera's recording. Starting the motors one more time. Go back into the air. And I'm not going to go up high. I'm just going to go, we're at 100% rate. I want to see how fast or how this thing can fly. I ain't a bad flyer. Going out over there. And device reconnected. So the I don't know what that means. It lost signal, I guess, momentarily, the Wi-Fi signal from the quadcopter, and then it lets you know when it reconnects. Okay, we'll go back to lower rate. So the reason I want to bring this in close, closer, 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 a little bit closer, and say, go up a little bit higher. Say, I like my shirt today, folks. Yeah, the video camera stopped again. I don't know what's up with that. Stopping the video. Starting the video camera again. Okay, video is recording. I don't know if it stops recording when it loses connection or what. We're at 32% power. Going one more time up. Just straight overhead this time. And do a rotate to show the camera. Went up a little higher. And rotating to show the camera. That's its camera, folks. Slow pan around the area. Yeah, how's our battery? 27%. And our famous Home Depot. And then coming back down. Reducing throttle. Cutting throttle. And spiraling downward. So yeah, I guess this is a worthy competitor to the Hubson's. It's, you know, comparing it to the Hubsan 507A, it's somewhere between the 507A and the 502 in that it's got Wi-Fi FPV. It doesn't have all the features the 507A does with its app, because its app is not as versatile as the 507A, but this one, here, I'm just going to let it hover in position. That's its GPS position hover. And its camera is still recording this time. So I guess it's... I didn't mean to hit that return to home. Oh, that's low voltage return to home. Low voltage warning. We're going to take it over here. And we're going to plop it down. It tells you when you're low voltage. Yeah, stop. How much voltage did we have there? 22%. So when it gets down to about 25, I guess it goes to low voltage. So that's the flight of the tracker. Let's stop the video if it's still recording. Video is stopped. Video saved. I hope the video saved the other times that we lost connection there from Wi-Fi. We'll find out here in post-production. So that's the Jxd 518, and also known as JJRC H55, a GPS quadcopter for beginners. So I hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out.